Second Esdras chapter 8 and verse 50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. First offering of all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles of Great Millstone that teach and rule well, and as always, peace and salutations unto the elect. Arson Brother Benign from the Great Millstone Dallas branch. All right, it's going to be a quick in transit, man. Uh, we're just talking to a brother, conversing with a brother, all right, on how, all the Lord is setting all the pieces in place, man. Basically, the Lord is creating the perfect storm, all right, which when you go into that definition of what the perfect storm is, let's get it real quick. All right, we can go back to that. But as you can see, is the AI overview. The term perfect storm refers to a situation where multiple factors align to create an unusually destructive or catastrophic outcome. All right, because like the brother was saying, we have the Lord that put Donald Trump and his all Donald Trump and his cabinet already in place. Elon Musk. All right, you got Carl Schwab, Noah Yuval Harari. All right, now you have the CEO of Nestle, the former CEO of Nestle. All right, he's going to be stepping in for Carl Schwab, which he's openly said that he believes that water is not a human right. You see, and all of these are Edomites, man. You see, as the scriptures say in the book of Sirach, chapter 10, is that as the king is himself, so are all his officers, man. If the king is wicked, all right, so is his officer. All these particular officials, these Edomites, you know what I'm saying, that our people go out and vote for, all right, that you put your hope in, a nigga will go renew his license that he ain't had since in 2000, you know, just to go vote for Donald Trump, man. You see, putting their hope in these particular officials when these officials, all right, that you see, they're just the puppets, man. You see, the man behind the curtain or the people behind the curtain are these top rich international banking families of the House of Edom. You see, and they have plans for you people, all right. But our people, you so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, all right, you think it's all a conspiracy theory. You think that it's something that it's just some wild movie shit. When our apostles have been telling you, all right, the plans of the devil the whole time, man. You see, and what he ultimately wants to do. All right, and what is a conspiracy really? A conspiracy really? All right, let's get the definition. As you can see, Google definition for the word conspiracy is a secret plan by a group to do something unlawful or harmful. And that's exactly what these niggas are doing, man. They're getting ready to do something unlawful and harmful. All right, and what you so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans don't know is that you're being besieged, man. All right, our people are too busy uh, partying to truly see that they're being besieged. And by the time they realize it, it's gonna be too late, man. You see, because Esau is harping, he's heaping unto himself all the resources. Or he's been burning these particular food factories down for years. He's been putting in place agendas about global warming. He been killing cattle off for years now, millions of cows and chicken. He's purposely giving them these so-called diseases, you know, bird flu, all these particular diseases, all right, as an excuse to kill him off, man. Why? Because he's heaping onto himself everything. That way, uh, when he brings forth this new way, people have no other choice but to submit. You see, like it says in the book of Luke, chapter 21, it talks about about the distress of nations with perplexity. All right, but when you go into that word distress, it means lack of resources, man, of lack of resource. But when you go even further, it goes into how a farmer would basically matter of fact, let's go to it. I don't want to slaughter it because this is exactly what we see taking place, man. All right, this is Luke chapter 21. I think it's 25. In verse 25, I'll read it. It says, "And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon." And haven't we been seeing these things? And in the stars. Haven't we been seeing these things? You see, the Lord been showing us all these blood moons, wolf moons, pink moons. You see, eclipses. You know, all these signs in the chariots being showing themselves. You see, back to back to back, man. You see, these are all signs to let you people know what time you're living in. But our people are so spiritually discerned that they don't understand, man. You see, that thing is in the there, like the scripture say in the book of Ecclesiastes. There's a time, all right. There's a season and a time for everything under the sun. But our people only think that it's only time to fucking party. You know, they're gonna. Hey, by the time they realize it, it's gonna be too late, and this devil gonna be already on their ass, man. You see. But going back onto the point, Luke 21 and 25, it says, "And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars." It says, "And upon the earth distress of nations with perplexity." It says the sea and the waves roaring. But when you go into that word, all right, what does it mean to be perplexed? Okay, let's get that. Let's grab a couple of words. It says
Strong's G 640. Aparia. Aparia.
it says the state of one who is in perplexity. Let's go to the root. It says to be without resources, to be in straits, to be left wanting, to be embarrassed, to be in doubt, not to know which way to turn, and that's exactly what times is getting ready to come in on the planet Earth, man. All right, when this shit goes down, these people are not gonna know which way to turn, man. All right, that's what the scriptures say in Isaiah 33 and 6, that wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time and the strength of thy salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. You see, but us within this knowledge, within this know and understanding, all right, and preparing ourselves spiritually for what's getting ready to take place. All right, the Lord, we're gonna be in a great position, man. You see, we're gonna know why all these things are happening, man. You see, but these people are not. All right, they're going to be left without resources, man. You see, because like I said, Esau has been burning down these food warehouses for years now. He's been killing off cattle for years now, and he's doing all this purposely, man. Why you think it's been a big push on moving, all right, from actual meat to something beyond that, beyond meat. He's been looking for a so-called eternal alternate protein like bugs, man. you know, Pushing at bugs. Everybody else, these particular bugs are great for protein. You know, Fucking roach milk. These are things that's actually taking place, man. You see that these are actually things that's getting ready to come to pass, and that's what you people have to look forward to if this place continues, man. A world to where your ass is limited, all right? Because right now you can travel, you can go wherever you want to go, to a certain extent. You can go take vacations. You can drive where you want to drive. You can eat how much you want to eat. You can drink how much you want to drink. But real soon that shit is going to be drastically cut, man. All right, to where your ass is gonna have the bare minimum, you see, and probably even less than that, man. And you're gonna be taxed for the little that you do have, man. You think you living paycheck to paycheck now, all right? Just wait till this motherfucker put this goddamn technology. He set forth this new infrastructure, man. All right, and give your ass that technology and put that technology in your body. All right, you really gonna be through, man. But you so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native American think it's a damn game. It says to be at loss with oneself, to be in doubt, not to know how to decide or what to do. Okay? And that's that word perplexity. And let's go into that word distress. Okay? That word distress means what? A holding together, a narrowing. It says a constrict, a metaphor of straits and distress. All right, so let's go to the root. It says what? I'm going to go down. It says to press on every side, man. What is it? What is that Illuminati saying? Pressure from below, pressure from above, pressure from below. All right, to be pushed on every side, man. Of a besieged city, of a strait that forces a ship into a narrow channel. This is the point of a cattle squeeze. Because that's exactly how these devils look at you, man. Real quick, because a brother had sent the article, man. He had sent the article about this dude, man. Okay, as you can see, from the People's Voice.tv, the new WEF leader decrees all water in the world belongs to the global government. It says it finally happened. Carl Schwab's the unelected technocrat who ruled the WEF like a digital age emperor has officially stepped down, but don't take a breath, don't breathe a sigh of relief, Salakia. Just yet, the empire is crumbling is not isn't like the empire isn't crumbling, it's evolving. All right. It says in Swan Place steps in Peter Barbic, uh, Let Matt, however you say this nigga name, it says former CEO of Nestle, a man who once publicly stated that the access to water is not a human right. You see, these are the people that's being put into the place of authority over your lives, man. A person who thinks that your ass you don't even have a right to water. These are the people, all right, that are making plans about your life, man. But you still think this shit is a game? They're openly telling you. Here it is. You had BG on TED Talk openly telling you that he's gonna off you, man. If we do a great job with these vaccinations, we can get the population down by this much percent. Now, what does that mean, man? That means he's gonna off your ass. You had Kamala Harris say the same thing. Okay, Noah Hugh Harari, he's saying the same thing. You see, because all of them are on one accord, man, and this is what they're talking about. All right, they're showing you on the Georgia Guidestone. Let's get the population of the 500 to 500 million. That means a mass majority of the population has to die. You see, so let's keep going. It says yes. It says yes. You heard that correctly. The new face of global governance is a corporate kingpin who believes water, the most basic element of life, should be privatized, monetized, and strictly rationed into people's home by elites. You see, so this is what this man is saying. So now you ain't gonna be able to wash your damn clothes. You know, you got to go. Man, this is crazy, bro. So your ass gonna have to be stinking, dog, because this nigga say you don't have you can get the bare minimum of water. You have to take one bath a week, a month. You know, this is the plans that they have that set forth for you people, man. But it's a part in this where he basically call people cattle, man. Let me see sustainability, and they doing this all under the guise, as you see, of with these buzzwords like sustainability and equal, however you said, you know. But it's all under the guise of these particular, climate change and this and that. All right, let me see if I can find it, man. Go this way. Blah blah. Boom. It says the new WEF leader Peter, all right, Burback Lethmath, however you say this nigga name. It says has been working behind the scenes for decades, gaining favor with the elite and enjoying comparing human beings to useless cattle. You see, and that's exactly all right what this nigga is doing, man. Going back into this definition of a cattle squeeze that pushes in on every side, forcing the beast into a position where it cannot move so the former can administer medication. And what is that medication? All right, it's gonna be that RFID micro C here, man. You see, and who was the former? Esau. All right, he's gonna put the squeeze, all right, on you people, man, on every side, into where he's gonna force you, all right, into his way. You see, that's what we see taking place, man. It says to hold completely. He's gonna hold your ass, man, bro. Once he puts his technology in you, he's gonna hold your ass completely, man. It says of a prisoner, and that's exactly all right what your ass is gonna become, you know. So let's go back. So this is what they have in plan to ration you with water. All right, like I said, it's gonna be real quick. I don't want to make this too long. Plus, I'm driving. But let's get this real quick. I pulled this up, man, about WEF, because not only will you be rationed with water, your ass gonna be rationed with meat. It says the WEF is not okay, man. Damn, they just switched this shit up, bro. Cause I had man, come on, bro. That's Satan like a mud, bro. Let me see. A certain amount. It said is a misinterpretation. As you can see, it says that WF people will only be able to eat a certain amount of meat, all right, per year is a misinterpretation of information presented by the WEF, and that's bullshit, man. Because man, I swear before I started this video, it had a whole completely different breakdown of this, man. It went into how much they were gonna go from they were going to, allow people to eat 16 kilograms of meat instead of, they will be rationed to 16 kilograms of meat versus, what I'm saying, what they would usually eat, versus 56 kilograms. You know what I'm saying? Which when you go into it, all right. That's why I have pulled up right here. As you can see, the average person in the United States consume about 224.6 pounds of meat annually. You see, or yearly, man. Man, that's boy Esau, bro. That's that nigga for you, though. Switching shit up. That's the devil, you know. But ultimately, that's the elder Ariala, what I'm saying, the elder from Europe, from the UK. They did an algorithm, what I'm saying, a while ago, going into that, man. You see, going into the consumption of meat that these leaders, all right, are going to be pushing on you people, man. You're going to be limited to basically you're going to go from that 200 and something pounds of meat annually to 35 pounds, man. That's a drastic cut. You see, that's a drastic cut, man. And these people are used to eating meat every fucking day. You see, all throughout the day, you know. And this is what you people have. This is what you have to look forward to, man. If you want this society to continue, man. That's why the Lord is putting in place, all the factors, man, in order to create this perfect storm, man. At time of Jacob's trouble, all right. Those many great miseries that's getting ready to come upon you people, man. The Lord is putting in place all the pieces to create that perfect storm, man. You know. And Lord willing, like the scriptures say, Lord willing, we covered, man. You see, through the spirit and power, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, man, because we doing all right what's right with this grace period, man, versus what these people are doing. All right. So like I said, man, I didn't want to make this too long, Really Esau fucked up, switched that information up on me, but it's all good. So with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah Ba'Shem Rakakwadash. Lord willing, double honors unto the apostles of Great Millstone, that teaching with well, and as always, peace and salutations unto the elect. Lord willing, I'll put that article in the chat. You can in the description box, and you can read it for yourself. All right, Shalom.